Good morning. So, I want to talk about dedication to the spiritual awakening. That being dedicated to the spiritual awakening, first of all, when you're on the spirit, when you start rising into yourself and you are on this journey of the spiritual awakening, it's beyond you. So it just takes you, and it is either we're fighting against it as we're going down the path, or we are embracing the path and doing the work as well as we can as it comes at us. Because it's like the when we start doing the self work, it just starts coming at you, and it never stops. It just keeps coming at you until you can purify whatever it is. But the dedication that we feel to the spiritual awakening is actually a dedication to ourselves. It is a dedication to rising into our higher selves, because the soul recognizes when the soul awakens and starts wanting to get expression. The soul recognizes the places in which it can receive expansion in the 3D world. That is why we keep on being drawn to whatever is going to give us that expansion. So if we're on the twin flame journey, we're drawn to our twin flame, and it's above and beyond us because it's so painful. Also, the spiritual awakening, the twin flame journey, the spiritual awakening via the twin flame journey, um, the spiritual awakening can be so painful because we are overcoming our own weaknesses, which is powerful, right? Because on the spiritual awakening, a lot of times we feel like we're broken on the floor. We feel like our whole world is crashing. We feel the weakest we've ever felt. But in that weakness, we are actually, that is our strength, because we are going through our weaknesses. We are facing those places. We are dedicated to the self work and to the rising above um, the falsities. We are dedicated to seeking truth. We are dedicated to becoming the highest self that we can. We are dedicated to aligning ourselves with cause and effect and becoming the best version of ourselves that we can. We're dedicated in to live a life that is abundant and where we feel fully in full expression and fully bringing ourselves to the table, which is, fully bringing our whatever gift it is that we have come to give to the universe. And so, really, the dedication to the path is dedication to ourselves and dedication to our higher selves, dedication to um, our expansion, dedication to the God's work that we have come here to do. It's a dedication to, it's a self love, it's a self preservation, it's a self, and in a place that, that the self love that we feel is the love for, when you feel that unconditional love for yourself. And in the beginning, it doesn't feel like self love. It feels like almost like self drudgery. It feels like, oh no, there's another thing I found about myself that is offbeat. And then we beat ourselves up over it. But even in that, in doing that, it is self love, because we recognize that we want better for ourselves than to be in a state that is out of alignment with our higher self. So we are willing to go through the pain, and we are willing to face our demons, and we're willing to, face our demons is facing all of our traumas and all of the things that have shaped who we are, and all of identity and everything that is the makeup of who I am and why I behave in the ways that I behave in places that I am. When we're coming into this full self love, the pain is overcoming the places where I feel inadequate, because we have to go into all of those places that we feel inadequate and that we feel small and that we feel like we don't have control and that we feel like we are not knowing, where we feel like others know better than us. We have to go into all of those places of weaknesses and we work them out. We have to go all the way through those weaknesses, and then we find our strength at the other side. We find that any place that we are in weakness is false, because it's either we are trying to get validation from a place outside of us that is not, any place that is outside of us is not in perfect alignment with us, with our core vibration, except for when we are on the twin flame journey. And then you have that other counterpart that is the same soul vibration, which just makes your path go that much quicker, because everything that is out of alignment with you, you have in the 3D, in the physical form, with that same vibration that is showing you all of the places that you are out of vibration. Those places just start, all of those things just start falling off of your being. And during the spiritual awakening, we get those reflections through, even when we're on the twin flame journey, but in during the spiritual awakening, we are constantly and consistently receiving those reflections from the world outside of us, through other people, through seeing our behaviors. We are being able to watch our behaviors in other people, being able to watch our behaviors within situations. All of a sudden, we become super hypersensitive and aware to our own behaviors. It's like we become an observer and the experiencer at the same time. And the observer and the experiencer at some point, which is the observer, my higher self, the experiencer, my ego self, it come into one and merge. And so I want to really make this short and concise. I know that everything is connected to everything. So anytime you start talking about one subject, it connects and intertwines with all of these other subjects at the same time. But really, what I wanted to speak about is dedication to self. So the whole spiritual awakening is a dedication to self. It is the dedication. It is a internal marriage with yourself, and coming into your highest self. It is a pure form of self-love, because you are willing to go through whatever it takes to align to your higher self and to rise above your weaknesses. And this is it. I know that it's also a path that, once you get on the path, it feels like it's not like you really have a choice. You're on this. Once you start the spiritual awakening, there is no getting off the journey. Um, but also know that you chose this journey and that you're ready for this journey. Otherwise, it would not have appeared in your path. And so, even in knowing, even when we feel like, because we're going through our weaknesses, we feel so weak at points and we feel so broken on the floor. But even when we are in those places, it is the ultimate strength that allows you to be in those places. So if you did not have strength of character, you could not go to those lows. They wouldn't be an option for you. They wouldn't be open for you. Um, the self reflection wouldn't be there for you if you weren't at a level of strength, of capability to go through whatever it is that you are going through. So this dedication to the spiritual awakening and to the spiritual path is a dedication to yourself, and is the biggest gift that you can ever give to yourself. So I am sending you guys so much love and strength and a big hug on your journey. Thank you for watching.